Hi guys, it's Rachel, the digital editor at NextHome, your daily guide on all things real estate and lifestyle across Canada. Have you thought of buying a pre-construction home but aren't sure if it's right for you? Pre-construction real estate can be confusing, with many people's minds being clouded with widespread misconceptions. Thankfully, Irina Popova, one of the contributors here at NextHome, has dispelled some of these myths to help you make an informed decision. We'll meet Irina at the end of this video, where she'll share additional insider advice on this topic. So let's get into debunking these common myths. Myth number 1. You don't really know what you're going to get. This is only true if you go into the purchase with no prior knowledge about the developer or their past projects. So it's important to do your research before signing on the dotted line. Make the most of the presentation suite at the sales center, and don't be afraid to ask questions about floor plans, finishes, and amenity renderings. It's also possible to tour other properties built by the same developer to ensure its quality and to get a sense of how the style and environment work for you. If development has already begun, you can take it a step further by asking for a tour of the construction to assure that the unit you plan on buying will live up to your expectations. Myth number 2. You need a huge deposit. Or to be more specific, you have to pay a 20% deposit all at once. Depending on which stage of the process you are involved in, this can vary greatly. If the developer hasn't yet sold 60% of the units needed to secure construction funding, then a 20% deposit is often required to secure financing. So it is possible to lessen your deposit if you purchase later in the process. We've seen companies agree to discounts as low as 5% when the market is favorable for buyers, and regardless of how much of a deposit is required, it's often spread out over a longer period of time, with the final payment due on the occupancy date, which could be years away. So there's a good chance you'll have more time to put money aside or sell assets. Myth number 3. You will lose your deposit if the developer goes bankrupt or cancels the project. Although it's unlikely, developers have gone bankrupt before. Rest assured, all deposits are held in trust, in most cases by the solicitor of the developer. So in the event the project is canceled, you are entitled to a full refund of your deposit within 10 days of the termination of the agreement. Thankfully, there are home protection organizations such as Tyrion to safeguard all new home buyers. For condo purchases, you're covered up to $20,000 and up to $100,000 in freehold purchases. There is plenty of help and protection out there, so don't let this fear get in your way. Myth number 4. Developers only care about profits. It goes without saying that most developers' end goal is to profit from projects they invest in. But the idea that all developers have the same interest is a myth. Most developers place high value on maintaining a good name, and there are several that go above and beyond the call of duty to guarantee that their customers are happy with the final product and delighted with the entire experience from beginning to end. Again, this comes down to your research, speaking to people you trust, and not being afraid to ask questions. Now, let's hand it over to Irina Popova for some exclusive commentary. Irina, as the writer of the article that inspired this video, is a real estate and co-owner of Panda Realty. She has been specializing in the Central Ottawa market since 2013.
Thanks, Rachel. I'm happy to help in debunking some of these myths and hopefully relieve some of the concerns that many have when it comes to buying pre-construction. I'd love to shed more light on myth number 1, as this is one that I hear the most from my clients. And this is where working with an agent really comes in handy. Agents have access to a network of past projects and can get you access to see a recently completed home in person. And you know, in the past, I've actually just waited outside of condo buildings that were completed by developers that my clients were considering, and I would chat with everybody going in and out of the building and ask them about their experience living there. What is the noise transfer like between units? What were the deficiencies like when they first moved in, and how did the developer address those? And most people are happy to chat and will give you a very honest opinion. Overall, buying pre-construction does come with its risks, but in my experience, the benefits outweigh those risks. Every homeowner's dream is to design their own home, and financially speaking, most buyers do come out on top. So do your research and you'll know if you're making the right decision. Happy shopping!
We hope that debunking these misconceptions will give you peace of mind and air out some of your concerns if you're buying a pre-construction home. If you found this helpful, we would appreciate if you could subscribe to our channel and liking this video. And as a home buyer, what would you like to know about Canadian real estate? Let us know by commenting down below. Once again, thank you for watching and catch you in the next one.